I know, right? He's not saying nothing, right? He's like, welcome to Football Banter
Welcome to
TV.
Football Banter TV. We've got everyone here except for Malachi Banks. Let's go. Who wants to start us off?
Chelsea, you done very well.
Yeah, we did. We did. I mean, 6 games in a row. What can you say now? It's old news, man. We won again. Carry on to the next.
Nah, stay calm, man. It's no. Come on, lucky, man.
Lucky?
I never said lucky, but I said, like, come on, let's not act like, Chelsea were, like supreme, like they were really doing much.
Yeah, but they are.
Well, to be fair, it was 2-0, not 2-2. I mean, we kept them at bay. We could defend.
Who did you play?
Crystal Palace went 2-0 up and we stayed there.
You playing at home or away?
At home. Could have easily been 2-2.
Like young Reece James, he had Zara in his pocket, from what I could see.
No,
in his
he
pocket.
didn't.
Oh, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
He didn't.
Yes,
Okay.
It was like 50-50.
50-50.
He didn't have him in his pocket.
Tell me one thing that Zaha done in that game. Because that was your whole game.
When Reece James, when he could have cleared it, he didn't, and then Zaha took it off him, and then he squared it. But it's Crystal Palace days.
But the wickedest thing is, Shek's got a whole heap of analysis for your game. I hope he's got the analysis for the Liverpool Man City game, or even the Arsenal game.
I did.
I hope he's got that same thorough analysis.
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah?
I'm honest.
Pulisic's a great player. Great player. It's a shame that we couldn't afford him.
He's a lot better than I thought he would be.
It's a shame that we couldn't afford him.
Especially with kids as well. I mean, because I heard a rumour, or I don't know if it's a rumour or not, but you might get your transfer ban lifted in January. Do you think Lampard should buy in January? Because what I'm hearing is that all they need is probably a left back.
Yeah, I agree with that. We need a left back. Alonso is a liability big time. Alonso, sometimes when he defends, he looks like an amateur. Like,
You don't know what he's doing.
no, he looks average at best. So I think a left back is the only thing that we would need. But I'm seeing us linked with new midfielders and strikers. To be honest, I don't think we should go for anybody like that yet.
You don't believe so?
No.
I think you do need another striker.
Why?
And
Because they only have Abraham.
Giroud.
Giroud's leaving in January. He's going to go. And Batshuayi, I don't think he's.
Alright, but if they do, what kind of striker are they going to get? A striker who's going to go
Replace, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I don't think that. If they can get a world class striker, I think Abraham goes on the bench.
Nah.
Exactly, but
Why would you want?
considering
That'll
what
batter
he's
his
done, why
confidence
should he go
as
on
well.
the
What do you
He
get?
shouldn't go on the bench, but
He doesn't.
they have the opportunity.
No,
the
that's-
world class striker is
no.
available.
Bollocks, and that's what I don't like
Yeah,
about Chelsea.
yeah.
Because it's like, if he was doing shit, they'd be like, oh, he's not ready. He's doing good, and they're still
They
saying he's
wouldn't
not
buy
really
Yeah, but
ready.
it's like
Let's go and get someone
Pulisic.
else.
I'm sorry to say it, Junior.
yeah,
We were linked with him for the last 2 years. And I only believe that you got him because, one, we didn't have the money, and two, we couldn't guarantee him a starting place. And we could not spend 50 odd million to have a young kid sitting on a bench not getting a game.
I know.
Whereas at Chelsea, they knew with that transfer ban coming and that Hazard was leaving, and they weren't sure about Hudson-Odoi leaving.
Yeah.
You got him. Otherwise, Pulisic was a certain signing for Liverpool. I'm telling you.
The only thing about that is Klopp don't like to sign his old players. That's the thing about Klopp. He don't like to go back to other
Yeah, but he's
other
not his
players.
old player.
Yeah, no, Klopp signed him.
He
No, he
no,
signed him.
but he didn't break into the team until Klopp left. But it's ifs and buts. It doesn't matter, innit? Like Pepe, for example, he always said if he come to England, he will come to play for Chelsea. He said that in an interview. But Pepe,
Okay.
but it didn't happen. Yeah,
He said that.
What Pepe at Arsenal?
Pepe Arsenal said that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've never seen this, so I'm not.
Yeah, no, I've seen the
Never
interview. I've
seen
seen the
this.
interview.
Oh,
yeah.
and he's.
I don't know if he said so much as that's the only team he played for in England, but I think he was more along the lines he's a Chelsea fan, and
Okay.
and them.
I think that's the
things, and he
link on
wants
the
to play for
Drogba
them.
link, isn't the Drogba and Kalou link from Ivory Coast, really and truly.
Probably.
Yeah, but then we had Javinho.
Oh, that.
Come on, man, he's got a hairline like Fuller, man. Come on.
Fuck off.
So
You think I'm like Shaq?
so we.
Come on, I've never seen his hairline.
Oh shit! Oh,
But we're
I
both
didn't see mine, innit?
We're both balls. What's he talking about?
Look, so we've now established that Chelsea had an amazing 3-point victory at Stamford Bridge. Sorry?
Here we go.
No. Do you want us to go to Liverpool first?
No, you do it. Whatever
Or we'll go
order
to
you-
Liverpool first. So,
whatever order you
Shaq,
like, man.
you witnessed the game tonight, and
Why you asking me? I'm not a Liverpool fan. Why
No,
do
but
you
no,
wanna
but I'm
sign
talking
what
to
you
you.
do, man?
I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
This is between me and you personally. I was rude. I was abused by you on the phone all last night, without tonight being confirmed. And I would really like an apology from you on camera. That's what I would really like. I would really like an apology because you was rude and abusive towards me.
Is this why he was quiet? So he can try and get an apology.
No.
Just apologise to him.
I just feel
Apologise
that
for what?
because you're abusive towards me for no
Appreciate to
reason.
him.
First of all, it was not for no reason.
What? Because I said to you that you had a great game, but your defense was a bit needed. It was a bit shaky.
but You was giving unsolicited advice. I don't need your advice. I don't need your comments. I don't.
So that's
need
why
your
you started.
opinion.
That's why you started to abuse me.
Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely.
So did you cancel that Sky Sports subscription like I asked you to? You didn't. Not even a TV license.
Why should
So
I
what you
cancel
doing? Analysing my team destroy City today. That's what you're saying, basically.
You didn't destroy City.
So sorry?
You did not.
Sorry?
Destroy City. You didn't destroy.
When's the
them,
last
man.
time City conceded? No, we're the only team that can put 3 past City. The
Okay.
only team. So what was your result like this weekend?
We lost. Didn't you watch it?
No, I didn't, man.
Cool. I watched.
I didn't want your bad luck to rub upon my team. I didn't want it, man.
We lost 2-0.
To who? Leicester.
Just like when I was
So-
sitting over there and I predicted it and I said we'd lose 2-0.
No.
That's exactly what happened.
Look, he got what spot on. And of course he said it because he knows he's going to get. Everyone knew Leicester was going to
So
turn
then
them
what-
over.
so then what are you
Everyone
talking to
knew
me
he was going to
about
get
it?
turned
So why
over.
are
The
you
wickedest
talking
thing
to me
is
about it?
everybody in there won apart from you. Everybody in here beat Leicester apart from, well, they got a draw. But everyone else beat them apart from you. Your team's a joke.
We were playing away.
Okay, guys, can
We
we?
were playing away. Bro, like you said, if you're playing at home,
Yeah.
you should be winning your games.
Right.
We weren't playing at home.
Yeah. And
We
what else did I
didn't
say
win the
about
game.
that? What else did I say about that?
I can't remember.
I said if you play at home, you should win all your games.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you play
should be
against
expected
if you're
to, yeah.
away from home,
Yeah.
unless it's against the top 6, a win is necessary against the top 6. Leicester's not a top 6 side.
Yeah,
You
but
don't
then
think
the
they're
stats,
top 6
the
side?
stats I gave you last week, 4 away wins in 2019. I mean, we both told you that he said his prediction was 2-0. I said we're shit 3 goals. He got his prediction bang on.
Because that's what happened. Look, really, true, Leicester should have more than that, mate. They should
Vardy
have
missed an
more
open
than that.
goal, didn't he?
They should have more than that. It's an abysmal performance from your team once again.
Yeah, because it's a manager.
Once, who
We
have you got
need
next
him
week?
out.
No, after the
We've
international,
got
who's got next week?
Southampton.
So is that a guaranteed 3 points then?
Nothing's guaranteed, but we should win that game.
You should win it.
We
Yeah,
absolutely.
I reckon we'll win it.
So you're saying you should win it, but yesterday, I'm sure. Not yesterday. Last week's podcast, I'm sure all you laughed at me when I said certain 3 points today.
I didn't laugh at you.
You did.
No, I didn't.
You did. You said we weren't doing it. You said this won't happen,
I didn't laugh
and you was
at
like
you. It was Daniel.
huffing and puffing.
I didn't laugh
said
at
to
you.
you, easy 3 points tonight in the
Yeah,
bag.
I didn't.
In the bag.
What I said was it wouldn't be easy. And it wasn't easy.
It was
and truly,
easy.
City should have had 2 penalties.
Are you
2
dizzy?
penalties.
Are you dizzy?
Where'd you get 1 from?
The first half.
That
And
wasn't even a
what
penalty.
About, what about the nudge in Sterling's back?
Oh,
That wasn't a
fuck
pen-
off.
That wasn't a penalty.
Sorry, little man.
Yeah.
Was that not a penalty?
Marlon.
Are you mad?
Are you mad? Did you
I
not
must
see the
be.
game?
I must be. I
How was
must be
that not a
fucking
penalty?
mad.
He nudged him in the back.
Yeah.
He's not even. It wasn't even side to side. He was behind him,
Are you-
and he nudged him
are
with
you-
his forearm in his
Are you
back.
crazy?
Oh, Marlon, now see, you're not even honest.
I'm not
if
honest.
You could be honest. We could argue and go back and forth, but you're not even honest.
So hold on, hold
You're not
on,
even
hold on.
honest.
So that warranted Sterling to throw himself like that. That's what you're saying,
What do you mean? Of course, if you
Then
pushed
what?
him
No.
from the back, he's off balance.
bro.
You
That's
pushed him
you're
from
talking
behind.
a load of
You
garbage.
pushed him
At the
from
end of the
behind.
day,
Enough to stand up.
at the
man,
end of the
to
day,
take that.
it's a 9-point
He's-
gap.
he's
I'm not saying we're
known
going to
for
win the
going
league,
down quite
but it's a
early as well.
9-point gap.
Last year, didn't you have 11?
No,
what
it
was-
was 7.
I keep on telling him this, but I think his maths has gone through. What school did you go to again? Secondary school?
I'm not putting
Because
that out there.
I'm telling you, because they must have been struggling. It must be somewhere in Southwark, definitely. You understand? It's got to be, man. It's got to be. The crime level is just through the roof. Do you know what I mean? And education is down there. It's got to be. Do you understand? Because
Marlon, we went to the same primary school, so it's cool. So we were saying, because we got educated at the same institution, so whatever you want to say it, innit? I'll put that info out there. You get me? We're around the corner from each other, so say what you want to say, bro.
Let's switch it up, yeah.
This guy's dying to get onto the Man United game. Go on. Speak up.
Listen, we do. Everyone does
cares
care,
about Man United?
bro. Hands up if you won this weekend.
Why?
Hands up. Oh, sorry.
If you give him a finger salute, Alf, you know what I mean?
Hands up if you score this weekend.
Don't even play Brighton. Like, be serious.
Bro.
Are you crazy? We're Brighton in the league.
I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know.
They're what,
No.
7th?
Cool, so they're above you.
They are above them.
There was.
No, they are above them.
Are they? No, I think I think 'cause they're behind Arsenal now, isn't it? Man United are behind Arsenal, and then there's Sheffield United.
Yeah.
This abysmal form that we've been on, and you're still
Bro,
not above
we're
us.
1 point behind you. From how many points?
The key
like
word
5
is
points behind you.
Yeah,
The
We
key
started-
word
11th
is
for
behind.
Man
Yeah,
U at 7th.
we're behind you like 5 points. Now we're 1 point behind you. You can get
Congratulations.
relegated next.
But yeah, but
But you guys are closer to relegation than top
so
four.
Simon is Brighton. Did you
No,
check?
Wayne checked it.
Yeah, they're 11th.
Yeah, 11th Brighton, Man U 7th.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So
Well,
it's up there.
I'll take that back.
So if Southampton beat them next week, boy,
It's
Who
not
have you
next
got?
week.
What have you
we've
got?
got Sheffield
You got Sheffield next week. Away.
away.
You're gonna lose.
I
You're gonna lose because you give us stick.
No,
you're gonna lose.
I think it's
said
gonna be a
that on
draw.
that podcast. You're gonna fucking
It's gonna be a
lose.
draw. I think it's gonna be a
You're
draw.
not getting a draw.
You're gonna lose.
We're gonna
mate.
get a
You're
draw.
not gonna-
You're
If
gonna
you
lose.
lot don't get a penalty, you've lost.
We're gonna get a draw. A draw or win. We're not gonna lose.
You're not gonna
We're
win.
not gonna lose. He's gonna park the bus. Hopefully.
Park the bus to
Park
get
the
Sheffield
bus.
United. Jesus.
Yeah, he's
way.
Lord
Lord
have
have
mercy.
mercy.
That's embarrassing.
Oh,
Bro.
If Man, you do that, that's
I
embarrassing.
told you already. I'm scared.
Scared
I'm
of,
scared.
of Sheffield United.
Not as in
Oh,
the way
God,
we are
no,
playing
that's-
is unpredictable.
But you just
It's
smacked
blood
up. You
unpredictable.
just smacked up Liverpool.
That's
And
probably the
Sheffield-
most fucking sensible thing he's
It's
ever said.
unpredictable. I'm telling the truth. We're unpredictable. We can play good one week, and next week we don't turn up. You know what I mean? So I don't know what's gonna happen. So I'm predicting a draw. You know what I mean?
You're
So
not getting a draw, man.
No, I think they'll get something out.
I'll be happy with a
I
draw.
don't. That's on my accumulator.
Are
Sheffield
you
United.
sure you're the only one that's scored 3 goals against Manchester City?
I think
In recent times, yeah.
Yeah, I think
was it?
he's right.
Is he
mate.
right?
In recent times.
No, he isn't.
not
Yeah,
FIFA.
but
Yeah.
they had to
Didn't
use-
Crystal Palace
In recent
Oh
times.
yeah, Palace last year
last year beat them
3-1.
Man City.
in their own backyard, but
Yeah.
that was it.
See, Palace is a good team, man.
Well done, little Alfie.
Palace is a good team.
I think he should be the host.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? When your man's coming proper facts while you're over there sweating,
You swear.
moist in the seat, all wet and stuff.
The sea is dry.
Nah, man, it ain't, man. Get up and let's see it, man. Let's see it all shining and glistening.
The sea is fine.
Do you know what I mean? That wet patch over there.
If you want the sea,
I don't want the sea. I don't. I'm
Then
happy
don't
here.
talk about the sea.
I'm happy
Worse
here
than
because
worse.
I'm a winner. I'm a winner.
Whatever, man.
That Raul Sonelia, they do watch the game as well. It's the first one this season they've attended together. Away game anyway. And they both sat there and watched it. So rumours were that he was going to be dismissed by the evening.
Oh,
But
that's
we're
why
going
fans
into the
were-
international break.
Oh, in Arsenal now, yeah?
Yeah, I just think that they're working behind the scenes. I think he's gone.
Do you reckon they're gonna get a replacement
The
for the
replacement
second?
with who? What, Freddie
Yeah, well, I
Lindbergh.
think.
No.
Yeah, but the one thing is, you want
Temporary manager,
Like I
caretaker
said,
manager.
I'm talking to Wayne.
Like,
What's
Why-
your
Why
problem?
are you saying it like
you'd
that?
want a manager that's going to
Because
come in
who's
and
Freddie
play the
Lindbergh?
front four. You know what I mean? You'd want that. So bringing in Mourinho is not an option.
Why? You'll shore up your defence.
His defence was worse than ours when he was at Man U. When he finished at Man U, yeah, his
True, I'll
defence
get
was
that.
worse. But then the reason why Alexis was such a flop at United is because at Arsenal he had fullbacks that overlapped him and give him that option. You know, your wingers turn inside forwards and
I
your
don't think
fullbacks
so.
are able to bomb on.
He just turned
United, that weren't happening.
No, it wasn't. It was getting.
So
how much?
everyone knew
He's getting
Alexis
how
was
much
going to
a
cut
week?
in, and there was everyone
Yeah,
surrounding
but
him.
hold it, but at Man United they had Luke Shaw and Ashley Young who do bomb down.
Yeah, but
from
in
fullbacks.
Mourinho's tactics, they weren't overlapping Alexis. They weren't going past him. So that's why he fouled. And let's be honest, if like I said, we already know it's not going to work out. What are you going to give him? A 3-year deal or a 4-year deal and pay him off a year after 3 years? You know, everything's against him having the Arsenal job already. The fans don't want it.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
He's
So
been disrespectful to you.
there's
Over
no
the years,
point
isn't he?
going down that road. I would rather an Arsenal man. I would put Freddie in charge because he worked with the youngsters the year before at the under-23. So
Yeah.
What about
you've
Henry?
got Willock and all that.
What
Yeah, but
about
then
Henry?
Henry's got no managerial record,
Bro,
has
you
he?
man have Solskjaer.
Bro,
Like, you have Solskjaer.
Bro,
How are you trying to banter us
bro,
when you have Solskjaer?
bro, I'm just saying
But
it.
Lampard and
I'm just saying
Solskjaer.
it.
Lampard and Solskjaer.
Yeah,
had
but then
no
Lampard
manager.
had at least a year at Derby, yeah?
Yeah, but Henry's
Solskjaer-
managed Monaco, European
Exactly.
champion.
Yeah, but that didn't go well, did it? That
He's
did
a
not go
legend.
well.
He's your
And then you're
legend.
coming into a club that's morale's down. If anyone you're going to call upon, you want to change the mentality of the dressing room and the boys in that dressing room, you go and get Vieira.
Vera, that's what I was going to say.
You go and get someone like that to
Vieira.
change that mentality into a winning one, and we're going to win games in the tunnel again. That's the only person that's going to change. Freddie Lundberg's a bit of a nasty one like that as well, but Thierry...
No.
is a
Or
bit
even
more
I'd probably say Tony Adams.
Arteta.
Yeah,
No.
but then Arteta was linked with a job before Henry got it, and I was bricking it because I didn't. I thought
I didn't
the state of affairs we was in, we needed someone with a good track record, a good CV. You know what I mean? And Henry did have it, and I like the bloke. I like the work that he's done.
Yeah.
But he's got it. Like I said, we've gone from one manager with no plan B to one that's got 5 different plans, and the players don't know what they're doing. He's changing it week in, week out. There's no consistency to his system, so no one knows what they're doing.
Because no matter what system he's playing, you're getting beat. So he's thinking, if I have to change something, it's not worth keeping at the same system and getting beat over and over again. So he's trying to find that winning formula.
Yeah, but to be fair, from even when we was on that 20-game unbeaten run when he first come in, yeah, we lost the first 2 games,
Yeah.
home to City, away to Chelsea, and then went on a run, yeah. Still, the away form didn't improve. It was just fucking draws that we was getting away from home. We weren't winning that much, unless it was Europa League.
So then, what is it about?
He was brought in to improve the away form, which he hasn't done. It's worse.
So why is it that your team is struggling away from home?
And this is it goes back to mentality, don't it? And to be honest, I've now, having got to know him since being at the club, and you get to know your manager a bit, he don't take the big decisions. He passes the buck. For instance, the captaincy, and having 5, and then people vote, the squad vote for the captain. That is the manager's job. Who grabs a player who can get his instructions out on the pitch. The ones that he's saying in the changing room, you need a man on the pitch to do that as well.
So is Aubameyang the right choice to be your captain?
I don't think so, no.
No, neither do I.
Is it because he's a striker? Sorry, go on. Jimmy.
He's
Who would they rather have? Because
Exactly.
I think he's perfect.
He's not.
Who would you have for
No,
your manager?
but
but he is for Gabon,
he's the
isn't
one-
he? He's the captain for Gabon.
Yeah, but
as
he's-
well.
yeah,
He's
and
the
he
most
was
recognised player.
But is he vocal? He's not vocal.
He's not
Is his
vocal.
English that great? Or would another
It's good
version?
enough.
Yeah,
It's good enough.
man.
But I just don't think that he is.
Players that turn up. Like he doesn't really disappear in a lot of games. He might be invisible for like 20-30 minutes, but then when he does appear, he'll score a goal.
I get that, but
Just
that
like
doesn't
Ibrahim.
But
mean
you're saying
he
by
should
leading
captain.
by, but you're saying leading by example then. But he's not an Alan Shearer kind of captain who was a striker captain. Someone who's going to turn around and say, "Get
Come on,
stuck in."
get in.
Do you know what I mean? He's not a man who's going
Gonna
to, as
rough
a
up
striker,
his own
front,
players.
throw himself to the ground and make that tackle. He's
I
like a
heard
luxury kind of-
Guendouzi, but he's just too young.
It's not about age, because Cesc Fabregas was how old when he was captain, and he was a good captain.
Well, yeah, I mean, even
It's
Tony
not about
Adams had
age.
it at a
Exactly.
young
It's
age,
not
you know
about
what I
age,
mean?
it's just
But
whether it's just in
it's
you.
that mould of player that we have not got at Arsenal.
So
Exactly,
who
we
do
don't
you
have no
believe
one.
should be your captain?
So, for me personally, I'm not picking an Arsenal
Give it to
captain
the
on that mould
goalkeeper.
of player. I'd look at players that have got the ability to be at the club for the next 10 years, and then they can learn and grow into the role. So I would have Rob Holding and Leno as vice captain. Rob Holding would be my number 1 captain, and Leno would be my vice captain. And they even offered this season's performances. If one of them 2 ain't in the team, I'd probably chuck the armband at Callum Chambers, because he's organising, he's up and down the pitch, and he's talking constantly. I've seen massive improvement from him.
Check, you agree with that?
I don't know. I get what Wayne's saying in terms of longevity, But like, if we're talking about right now, like the person that probably fits that mold for me would be Socrates, because he's angry, he's vocal. You can see he's passionate. But obviously, like Wayne's saying, he's not going to be here for the next 10 years. He'll be lucky to be here the next 2 years.
That's
So
my
then it's like
worry
it's gonna
because
be
we're going to
passed on
end
to
up
someone
keep
else.
passing it around.
So I get that. But with
Just want a bit of
holding on
consistency.
Chambers, with me as well, it's like I feel like your captain also at some sort of level, they need to be like great players. They need to be someone that you know is going to be week in, week out. They're going to be in the team, and like how Junior saying, you need someone who's going to lead by example. And Holding and Chambers for me make too many mistakes. They always look at, you know what, they can be replaced. So it's like you're going to have a captain who can be replaced.
I understand what you're saying there, but don't you think by giving that person the responsibility would then push him to even say, you know what?
It could.
I don't
I'll
want to
give him the armband and I'll give him the spiel that I've just said there. I'm looking at you long term, next 10 years at this club with that armband. But to keep that armband for the next 10 years, your game has to go up levels and constantly improving.
Yeah, exactly.
Because when Rob Holding got the injury last year, he was possibly the first name on that team sheet.
He was.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And he was a ball player, come out from the back. And with the way Emery's playing at the moment, you could arguably line up with the three at the back, using 3 ball players in Holding, Louise and Chambers.
Yeah.
All comfortable playing the ball
So
out
when you
from the
drop
back.
Socrates, then that's what you're saying.
Well, yeah, because he's one of them as well. I've seen
He's a
him.
solid
He's
defender.
ready to go. He's ready to go. He's always on. You can get him sent off if you purposely aim at putting Arsenal down to 10 players every week.
But
Yeah,
instead of a shot
you'll go at Socrates. He'd be the first one to bite.
Okay.
Cool. Moving on.
I'm not moving on, man. I need a statement to say that he's gone. I need the
Be
manager
your
out,
own
man.
individual.
But you know that's not going to
I
happen.
want-